to the round 12 of 12 of the GT Sports division here in ISRL Esports. I have some interesting news for you. Yeah, here we go. I have some interesting news for you. First, GT division is not going to drive with the ACC game for next season, because there are some problems there. Like I heard of only 30 FPS, or you can't make private lobbies. So, but this information is currently a temporary update. It can change weekly. The next thing, the GT, so they will continue with GT Sports next season. So we have actually not a calendar, I think, but we have changings. They will drive every Saturday and not every Sunday like we have it right now. So that's for the news so far. So we have eight people driving on the track right now. We have Dan Tenorio in the picture. We have Deathpool. We have Gamerdad. We have a new name. I actually can't read this name. 1 Yards. So he is joining for this week, but unfortunately he is not driving for the championship. We actually miss Street Crown 19 because he's our championship leader and he is not attending. Because going to the standings, we have 4 drivers actually fighting for the championship. It would be Street Crown 19 on first currently with 180 points. We have Gamerdad 13 with 170 points, so he's only 10 points behind Street Crown, but he is still not in the grid. Hopefully he is coming, because this would be his chance not only to win Tier 1 Formula 1 championship this year and last year, he also has the chance to win the GT division this year as well. But he's still not there. Yeah, Gamerdad 13, how I said, is 170 points. Dan Tenorio 93 is on third with 168 points, so he is 12 points behind, so he needs to win, same as Gamerdad. Then we have a Deathpool 12 with 103 points, so he is far behind, but I don't think he is going to win the championship, even if he is win the championship. And the other guys not getting any points, but we have eight people on the grid. Yeah, don't mention me, it was only driven a couple of laps earlier this day. Therefore with the fastest lap time 1:36.6. Then we have Itzclem, so he's not attending with 66 points. We have Puke on 6 with 60 points, he's not attending. Breathless is attending, he's on 7 with 60 points as well. So he can make a big jump up to the 5th place. Then we have D. Roberts 05 with 46 points. Also Smithy Jr. with 46 points. So I think D. Roberts is not on the grid as well. We have a Smithy or Smokey. He's driving on 7th at the moment. And then we have Speed Freak. Speed Freak is sitting on 10th with 29 points. ISRL Kader. He was attending last week, but I don't know if he's he attending this week. So he's sitting in 11 with 13 points. Then we have IGKX or IX with 4 points. He was attending last week in Brazil. We have Jemo Mario with 2 points, and we have Shabu. I can't speak that names. I call him Jones. Jones 4, sitting on the last place, 14 with 0 points. So we have a battle for free, but Sweet Crown is not attending. Don't know why is my car in the grid still. I thought I was leaving before, but doesn't matter. We have to keep it up. So that's the next news. Originally the last race of the GT division would be already done by last week, but there was so many drivers missing because of the Father's Day last Sunday, so everyone was going to switch it into this Sunday. That works for me, so we can make stream up. So, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to keep yourself updated with the newest streams here on ISRL Esports. Now season 2 is coming to an end, tier 4 is coming to an end, tier 3 is finished, tier 2 is finished, and tier 1 is finished a couple minutes ago. Only thing is left is the GT. So who's winning? Sweet Crown 19 is still not in the grid. Let's take a look. The time's getting faster and faster. We have Deathpool still on pole. D'Antonio is, unfortunately for him, he had a little incident in his backyard. So he's, I think he scratched his ankle a little bit. So it might be hard for him to get on the brakes properly, because it was his left feet, I guess. So I hope he's doing well, because he has to keep the maximum pace tonight. He is one of those championship contenders, together with Gamerdat, actually, because we're still missing Sweet Crown 19. So I hope he's joining later. We are also missing Kader. He's also a tier 1 driver in the Formula 1 division. Yeah, we have 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining in this qualifying, in this final qualifying here in GT Sports. Unfortunately for Deathpool, he's far behind everyone else, so I actually have to correct myself, because I was saying we had 4 drivers fighting for the championship. Actually we have 3 drivers, and we have only 2 of them in the grid. So it's gonna be a fight between D'Antonio and Gamerdat, actually sitting on 2nd and 4th. And we know Gamerdat is a really good defender. We saw at the last 2 races that D'Antonio had a lot of trouble to pass by Gamerdat, especially here in Brazil. It was hell of the race. So hope you get the same here tonight. So Deathpool on pole with 136.550. Then we have D'Antonio a couple tenths behind, 137.0. Prix is staying somewhere else, so he's not going to move here. Gamer Dad has beautiful Beetle with 137.1, so he's not far behind. Then we have Smokey 000 with a 149.1 in the last lap here. 148.3 for Jarts. We got some damage on his AMG there, the left side. Then in the pits we have Smithy Jr. Is it Smithy Jr.? Yeah. Speed Freak is on 8th. And yeah, my car is still in the pits. I don't know why it is still in. I have to apologize for that. Yeah. So how does that? 50 minutes race is going on. If my car is still in the grid, oh, that is so ridiculous. I have to apologize. Yeah, nice picks. So I have to leave this one and have to go into the spectator mode. Now we have a good start from D'Antonio, good start from Deathpool, but Pretzels is he's already side by side too, and he's already passed him. So he's going for the first position. It's really important to keep close to Deathpool, but there he is coming wide. The Pretzels is struggling, and Gamer is already close. Gamer he's already driving with 1.4 seconds in front of everyone else. So since Street Crow 19 is not joining, so Gamer Dad at least needs 11 points to win the championship by 1 point. And we have D'Antonio, he needs 12 points in this race. Was it 12 points? No, it was 13 points, sorry about that. But he needs 13 points to finish the GT's division in first by 1 point in advance. But that also means that Gamer Dad has to finish far behind him. For now, D'Antonio is good, so he has to stay in front of Gamer Dad for sure. So we have Pretzels. He's already under pressure by Gamer Dad. 13. And he's really struggling in this Nissan. You can see that. He's always losing the back there. Now he's going wide. he's really struggling there. Here he's coming now, right? He's in the gravel. Don't know how he is getting to catch this car, but Gamer that is now on third. So the battle for the championship is now started. That he's already under 2 seconds, so he lost a couple of seconds behind Press, but he's now chasing 2.1 seconds, 2.2 seconds the gap between D'Antonio and Gamerdat. Deathpool already is not even 1 second, not even 2 seconds in front of his teammate. I think that is his teammate. So D'Antonio is going for everything. It's really pacey with his injury, so he's keeping up. Gamer is already over 3 seconds behind D'Antonio, so he can't keep up for now. It's more like the opposite. He has to look into his mirrors because Presence is really close. So he's not giving up. That's confirmed. Speed Freak, he's 2.1 seconds behind Presence and he's 1.7 seconds in front of Smithy Jr. So he is actually the teammate of Deathpool, if I see it right. We have some really different liveries here. So Smithy Jr. in his Mazda, he's 2.6 seconds behind Smokey and already 5.7 seconds in front of Jarts in his AMG. A really nice looking car. Oh, and he's struggling. Getting a little bit too deep on the curbs. So on the 8th place we have Speed Freak. So he made it in time for the qualifying. Luckily for him, but he's sitting on 8th with 7.3 seconds behind, and he's really losing his back there in the slow corners there. The Gamer that it's the closest battle here, is fighting with Brussels, and now with Smokey, he's joining. So we have actually a fight for the 3rd place between Gamerdat, Brussels and Smokey. Gamerdat formed a little gap between him and Pretzels, but not much. D'Antonio, yeah, Deathpool keeps the gap by around 1.6 seconds or 1.7 seconds, so there's not much of a fight at the moment. Going back to 3rd, Pretzels is now going to for the inside, and he made contact with Smokey there, sent him into the gravel. So it's really hard defending. But this looks like he got the right temperature on his tires right now, so he's not this struggling anymore, like in the first couple of laps. First few laps of him was really terrifying, I guess. And he's now going for a move to gamer that. He's in a slipstream. So probably here now he is a little bit far away. But probably for the start finish line, he dives bomb in there pretty inside with contact, but he didn't make the move stick. But we know from Brazil the Nissans are really pacey on the straightaways, but not this time. So Gamer is now on the inside, so can he, and he is a good defender, and that's it for now. So now Pertles has to look behind, because Smokey, he's just waiting for it. He's waiting for a little mistakes of Gamerhead or Pertles. So he's staying in his slipstream. So the gap is now coming closer and closer. D'Antonio is now under 1 second behind Deathpool, and he is now really close, so he might get some slipstream on start finish line. He is closing a little bit, but we now have a fight for the first place. So as it stands right now, D'Antonio will win the championship. He needs 13 points to get ahead, to go ahead of Sweetcore 19 with at least 1 point. So he actually got 18 points. So for now it's job done. But we have Gamerhead as well, and he's only 1 place behind him, and he will get 16 points. That's those 2 points. Those 2 points not helping D'Antonio at the moment. Yeah, just a reminder, Sweetcorn, he's not attending. He is on first with 160. No, with 180, sorry. Gamerhead is on second with 170, and D'Antonio is on third with 168. So he got currently 18 points. It gives him 100. So he will have 186 points. We have some people left the session. There might be a problem. We have only 5 drivers left in this race. So Press left, Speed Freak left. So there might be a connection issue or something. But for now we stay on this fight here for first place. The Dantonorio would have 186 points at the moment. Gamerdet would have with his 16 points, he will get 186 as well, so they are even. So I don't know who got the most wins. But at the moment they stay even. Both have 186 points at the moment, so they are even with 186 points each. So Dantonorio needs to pass Deathpool, bring the win home to make sure he is the champion. Otherwise, I really don't know who was the who was winning the most races of those two. So I really have to apologize for that. I think there was a little touch from Dantonorio on the wall there, but he's still in the slipstream. We have 35 minutes and 19 seconds to go. Gamerdet sitting on first position with the fastest lap time so far with 1 minute 36.687. We lost 3 drivers here. Maybe in connection issue, or they just left. I don't know. First was in a fight with Gamerdet and Smokey. And now I say that Gamerdet is on 4th, so it means he is losing 2 points. So he has 184. Dantonorio got 186, so he needs to pass by Smokey in the next 34 minutes. And we have to make our pit stops. So he's sitting in second place in the championship. Dantonorio is sitting in first, so he can actually drive for second place, because Gamerdet, he is on 4th. Speed Freak left the session. So there are some problems with the guys. So we have 2 fights going on, and both of the championship fighters are in a battle. Gamerdet is now going back to 186 points at the moment. As long as he can keep third, because he's over 17 seconds behind Dantonorio, and he's now really close. He's in striking distance now. So he's trying to go a different racing line. But Deathpool he's defending well. So he He keeps D'Antonio still behind, but he touched the wall there. Jarts was in the pits. He's sitting on 5th position. So the first one going into the pits. And D'Antonio and Deathpool going into the pits together. So who is faster? It is D'Antonio. It is D'Antonio, yes. And he also got more fuel in it. We have a Smokey. He's in the pits as well. But D'Antonio with a big move right now. So he's sitting on 1st, and he is the fastest driver on the track so far. Not with the lap times, but he got now a 2.5 seconds gap. So if he can keep it clean and keep that position, he is the championship. He's the championship winner here tonight, and all with his incident from yesterday. Perfect pit stop from him. "30 minutes to go." We have D'Antonio on 1st, sitting with 25 points at the moment. So now I have to bring up my math as well. 168 currently. So he get 193 points in the live standing right now, so he would be far ahead of everyone else. Gamer that would be 2nd place in the championship with his 186 points. Then we have Sweet Crown 19. He would be 3rd with 180. And then 4th, Deathpool. But we still have we still have 29 minutes to go in this race, in this final race here, GT Sports on ISRL Esports. And if you guys out there are interested in like driving for the GT series or driving for the Formula 1 series or even iRacing, just sign into in our Discord server, contact the management via Facebook to get a place here in one of our beautiful leagues here in Formula 1 series. We have actually 4 tiers, and this is coming a new, like a training camp or something, a training league for a practice league for new drivers joining in ISRL Esports. We have actually around 146 people already in our server. So this league is absolutely growing by every week. So we're all looking forward, because this is from tier 1 to tier 4. We have really competitive drivers, clean and fast as well. Unfortunately, for the last couple of races here in GT Sports, there was a poor attendance, but yeah, we're making the best out of it. Deathpool is still he's now under 2 seconds, so he is gaining, and he's also 4.2 seconds in front of Gamerdat. Gamerdat is 11.5 seconds in front of Smokey. Smokey is over far away of Jarge, but Jarge was in the pits, as well as Deathpool and D'Antonio, but these two drivers here fighting for everything at the moment. So he can keep the gap by around 2 seconds. He needs to keep that place. Yeah, and as I said, the GT division would be driving on Saturdays in season 3 with a new point system, so everyone till P19 get points, or will get points. And how I said, that's a temporary update, so we don't know what is changing in the next couple of weeks. Only a couple days left. I think it is 1 week from now until July 6th, and we have the F1 2020 game going out, and that means it gives our F1 division drivers only a couple days to fit into. But now we're on let's stay in GT for now. So this season 3 will getting held by GT Sports as well, until ACC getting out some new updates about the FPS or even a private lobby. But yeah, ISRL Esports will keep you updated for sure. And we only have 5 drivers left of 8. We have Speed Freak, we have Smithy Jr., Booth Mazda's already out, we have Pretzels, he's out of the session as well. So yeah, poor attendance, and the field is pretty much spread out. No battles going on. Charles is really struggling, especially in the middle part of the track. And he is already, if I see it right, he's already 1 lap behind. Or at least 1 minute. He is 1 minute behind, so. And then D'Antonio can keep his place between 1.7 seconds or 2 seconds. So as long he can keep it together, he will be the champion. There's Charles, so he's going to be lapped any second. I just received a message from our league principal, ISRL Knight. So he was actually busy since this morning, driving in Canada for the LAS Esports as a guest. He almost wins that race, unfortunately to penalties. And then we had an awesome Tier 4 race yesterday, I guess, because we don't have a stream in Tier 4, but Tier 3 was like heartbreaking moments with G Begula wins the championship by 1 point. Then we had a Tier 2 race with so many safety cars in between. Then we had a Tier 1 race, everything going crazy. But yeah, he sent me a message. It could be really hard to commentate the race with only 5 drivers. Yeah, let's make the best out of it. Thanks, bud. That was still with the fastest lap time, 1:46.331, so he improved that one. And he is closing by little, but the average is like still between 1.7 seconds and 2. But at least for the last couple of laps, he's keeping it under 2 seconds. So this fight is not over yet, but he only get 20 minutes left. So. Thank you guys for the chat, but I actually can't open it right now, so I have to guess. Thanks for all the viewers here tonight. I hope GT Sports is gaining so many attendance for next season to keep it fresh. Yeah, it's good to feel. Gamer that is 31 seconds. Is it 31 seconds? Behind Deathpool there, so he can't keep up with his competitor for the championship this time. I said Tentanorio with 193 points at the moment. We have yellow flag. We have something is going on here. It was Jats. So we're switching from yellow flag to blue flag, so Garrett is already lapping him. And look how the Mercedes looks like. He's really struggling. He's losing the bag. So, but it is. Ooh! This was a little bit too optimistic there. So but if he can keep it together, it would be really good points for him in his first race here for GT Sports. Oh, he's losing the bags, and he is now going into the pits. So his mission right now is only stay on track, however, and get the points for the 5th place in the next like 17 minutes and 46 seconds. Smokey, he was really pacey with Pretzels and Gamerdead at the start of the race, but he lost quite a bit of time. He's 15.3 seconds or 15.5 seconds behind Gamerdead, so and he's driving all by himself here. He can't really gain to the second place, but he keeps his Beetle clearly in front of the second BMW. Deathpool is now over 2.2 seconds behind Dantonovio, so if we have things like this, Dantonovio will bring that win home. But in his situation, I could imagine he is really thinking 16 seconds could be like forever. So keep it clean, keep all together. But winning a race like this with his accident from yesterday, that's really amazing for him. Good job. I have some pictures from the live chat. Thanks to ISRL Night for that. Yeah, we have a couple of people speaking about Assetto Corsa competition. There are still some little issues there that needs to be fixed in the next. In the best case, if in the next like two weeks to get the switch to Assetto Corsa, but yeah, still two problems we have. We have drivers complaining about the 30 FPS currently, and you can't open up a private lobby, and this is essential for, as we said, Antonio is losing his back a little bit there. This is really essential to keep up a league race like this. So I hope we're getting some updates really soon. And yeah, what we have. Oh, I actually have the information that Sweetcorn can't log into his account. This is really unfortunate for him. He had good chances to win the championship, not only in the F1 series. He was able to win his championship in GT as well. Yeah, thanks to the little information night. I really appreciate it. But we have Dantonori is going into the pits for a second pit stop, and also a staff pool. So, and now we have to fuel up. So who is getting faster out of the pits? It looks like it is Dantonori. It is Dantonori, but he lost over 1 second to Deathpool. Deathpool is now by 1.2 seconds behind him, so we could get a nice finish of this race finally. That's unfortunately this is the only battle we have at the moment. We have Gamer he is still 11 seconds behind Deathpool. He's not really gaining, he's not really losing. We have, but he has a gap of 41 seconds, so his fight is far away. Smokey is sitting on 4th. Yeah, with even the 41.4 seconds, but with over 1 minute in front of Jards. And he's getting even more damage on his body there. look at the front, this is really cracky. Yeah, but let's go to the fight, because Deathpool is now under 1 second. 8/10, so he is now in the slipstream. If he is passing D'Antonio, then we will have, yeah, then we have the situation, we have a draw between D'Antonio and Gamerdat, both with 186 points, and then we would have to see who was winning more races. But we have to wait for the next 11.5 minutes, because D'Antonio is still in front, and he has, excuse me, he has to defend. He has to defending well in the next endless laps, it seems. Deathpool with a little moment there. So he lost a little bit, but he is still under 4/10. So it might be he has the better set of tires, or he is getting a better temperature on. And he is now going to the inside. Is he making the move stick? They're going side by side. D'Antonio keeps up a little bit there. Maybe he was braking a little bit too late. But he lost the first position now. So he needs to fight back as soon as possible to make the championship clear. Or we have to deal with who got the most race wins. But he stays under, he stays under 5/10 of a second. So he has to keep it up. The next 10 minutes will be crucial here. We have crunch time now, and it is absolutely doesn't matter if we have only 5 people or if we have only 3 people. The fight for the championship is right here. We have D'Antonio, we have Gamerdat sitting on 2nd and 3rd, both with 186 points at the moment. Last couple of minutes will be long for the leader here. And then going wide at every single turn here to get the maximum speed. But it looks like Deathpool can build up a little gap. So he might be have a little bit less fuel than D'Antonio got. But now he made like a bad accident out of the last turn. D'Antonio is going for the inside in the high speed chicane, high speed turn, sorry. But he is not going into that. So he's still staying behind, so he's probably waiting. But the time is running. Surely he wants to make this championship as clear as possible, but he has to win for that. Or at least the fastest lap time. But both of those drivers here are far away from setting the best lap time. Deathpool still with a 1:36.2. So I missed that, sorry about that. I missed that. So he was getting the fastest lap time again with 1:36.2. The previous lap time from him was of 1:36.331. But at least if D'Antonio going to finish second place, he need minimum the fastest lap time to get that extra point and winning the championship by at least 1 point in advance. But yeah, he's still getting the better exit on the last turn, but it's really hard to pass someone here in the high speed right turn. Maybe here, but it's crucial. If you're driving over the curbs like D'Antonio just did, you're losing minimum 1/10 of a second to your car in front or behind. Let's take a couple of minutes to switch around. Gamera is still driving his own race here, so he's hoping D'Antonio is finishing at second, but I still don't have the information who wants the most races of those booths. Was it Gamera or was it D'Antonio? I have no idea. Smokey is sitting on 4th. Clear. Charles is driving in 5th. But yeah, 6 minutes left. D'Antonio is losing a bit of time in the second sector, and he hit the wall there. It cost even more time. He's now over 1 second behind Deathpool. So is he winning the 3rd race in a row? It would be a nice winning series, but unfortunately for him it was coming too late in this season. He can keep the gap by 1.1 second. 5.5 minutes ago. Yeah, this is the closest battle here. The rest is pretty much spread out. But at least we have one fight. We have one battle here. Makes the job a little bit easier, not switching around. But I really hope we have more attendance next season then, to keep you to entertain you with yeah, better broadcasts. But at least to keep in mind that we at the moment we have yeah, we have a points tied between D'Antonio and Gamerdead, sitting on 2nd and 3rd, both driving with 186 points at the moment. Smokey is in the pits. We have action here going on. So he didn't fuel up there. So he had enough fuel in his car. Our focus stays here, so the gap is now under 1 second again. So keep it together, because if we have a point side, I don't really know who had the most wins. So I'm missing a couple of informations there. So, but I'm pretty sure ISRL Esports will keep you updated about the news and updates, what's coming up. The end of the 2nd season in Formula 1 in GT is coming to an end in finally 3 minutes, and then we have to wait a couple of weeks for the next season. Season will start in July 23rd for the Formula 1 series for sure. And I think the GT Sports, the GT division will start at the same weekend, but 1 day early on Saturday. It gave us the that is giving us commentaries better flexibility. I hope so. We have at least a lap time is currently by 1:36.8, so we have at least 2 more laps to go. D'Antonio is he is under that German words coming into between, so sometimes I don't know. But he's under 1 second. He has to go all or nothing right now. But probably his ankle is hurting after 32 laps in this long practice season in front of. So I hope he can keep it together for the last 2 laps. And then yeah, we have to see who is winning the championship. Currently this would be D'Antonio, Gamerdad sitting on first, second with the same amount of points, 186. How I said earlier. Then we have on third place, unfortunately, with his Sweet Crown 19. He was missing that race because he had trouble to join into his account for whatever reason. He's sitting on third with 180 points, and then Deathpool, yeah. I think he was in the end he was running out of races, and he is now running out of gap because D'Antonio is going again for the inside. Can he keep the speed? Can he keep the speed? He is side by side, and he is through in the last lap. So if he now keeping this position, he will be champion. The last lap, 6 seconds to go. Unbelievable. At least 2 of those guys giving us a good finish here in GT this year. Let's look forward to the next one. Final lap. We now have the confirmation this is the final lap. I think at least it could be possible that Deathpool let him pass because he is not really driving for the championship, but D'Antonio here. He is fight. He made contact. Keep it together. You have 1 return to go. What a race. There's something special today. I will make an interview with D'Antonio after this race, but now we have our champion in GT division, ISRL Esports Season 2. Our champion with 193 points. Deathpool finishes at second. Gamerdad, he's still in sector 2. So he finished in second in the championship with 186 points. Congratulations to him. Then we have Suico 19 with 180 points on third, and Deathpool on fourth. Here's the finishing. Good. So I now have to get you a blue screen because I have to invite our champion. So, got it. You have the right picture here. So I hope he's coming in the next 1 minute. I hope so. Otherwise I have to thank you guys for looking into this race. Still with poor attendance, but yeah, there's nothing we can do at the moment. And we have our champion here. Congratulations, Stantenorio 93, 193 points. Like your number on the end on your name.
Yeah, so, I didn't even realize that. Thank you.
It's really amazing actually, because yesterday you said you had some accident in your backyard while moving the lawn, and what happened there?
Yeah, I actually sprained my ankle the other day, so I've been racing with a brace on and everything, and hopped up on painkillers, but hey, it turned out alright.
You should have this accidents more, because you was clearly winning the race by a good battle with Deathpool, but in the end you were much cooler than him. Last lap, second turn I guess, or third turn, you were on the inside and made the move stick. So really,
yeah, I knew Deadpool's really fast and he wasn't going to give up the race too easily, so I knew I had to make a move on the last lap and kind of force him into a mistake or force him into going narrow, so it worked.
Yeah, really fast pit stop of you. Maybe you had a little bit too much fuel for the last stint, I don't know, because Deadpool was a little bit faster.
Yeah, I overfueled a little bit. I always do.
It was probably the case.
The last thing I want to worry about is fuel while I'm trying to race. So I always overfuel a little bit.
At least it worked, but I'm still curious. If you finish second, then you would have the same points like GamerDad with 186. So who would be the winner of the championship? Who got the most wins this season?
I think right now it would have been tied between me and GamerDad. We would have each had. Oh no, GamerDad would have won. I'm sorry. He had 2 wins this season. I would have only had 1.
Oh, this was a tight one. So I hope, we lost 3 drivers throughout the race. We lost Speed Freak, we lost Pretzels after a good fight with GamerDad as well. And we lost the second Mazda driver with Smithy Jr. So don't know if they had some connection issues, but yeah, you're giving us a good fight of a lifetime here in the last 30 minutes, I guess. It was really nice to see actually, but yeah, let's hope that we can have more attendance last year then.
Yeah, the plan for next season, season 3, we're going to do a single make race. So everybody's going to be in BMW M4s. So everybody will be on the same playing field. Everybody will even. It'll make.
And you driving on Saturdays, am I correct?
Yes, Saturdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yeah. And it will be for everyone. He likes to look into GT division. It will be a new point system as well. So everyone will be able to get points except of P20, if I read it right. So yeah, we have to.
Yeah, I think we're going to be on the same point structure. I think F1 is the one that's changing, but we'll be on the same.
Yeah, I had the information for GT Sports first. So Formula One series are still figuring out. So they're keeping up a voting, but it looks like they will get into this point system. So it would be really interesting to see what happens the next year. New cars, new tracks. The longest season ever here in ISRL. We have 18 races, I guess. I have to look again, but I think it was 18 races for the next season, so it would be really interesting. And yeah, I hope GT Sports is going to be held by next season. But yeah, we still have to wait for new updates coming, hopefully in the next 2 weeks to make the things clear that we have if we're driving with GT division or if we're driving with ACC next season.
Right, yeah, the original plan was to go over to ACC, but they didn't have private lobbies off or on launch, so there's no way to do a league. So we'll see what happens with there.
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier. I think I mentioned it for like 4 times in this race.
I gotcha.
Yeah, but yeah, let's hope that we can get some attendance for next year. But at least we had beautiful free races. We had a good race in Brands Hatch. We had a even more interesting race in Brazil last week. Or no, last week was postponed by
Yeah, last round Brazil, yeah.
But this race, yeah, I can say we had a good ISRL Esports season 2 finish today. So let's look forward to the future.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Thanks for the interview, and yeah, have a good vacation and take care of your ankle.
Yeah, I'll try. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye. Yeah.
Bye.
Thanks, ladies and gentlemen, for attending, for all the chat here. Yeah, it would be July 23rd. We starting for our season 3 here in ISRL Esports. Until that, yeah, let's see if we have some special events, pre-season testing. Everything is going on. ISRL Esports will keep you updated. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell to get a message by every event what's going on here in ISRL Esports. Thank you and have a nice evening. Your Chris. Goodbye.